Good evening. We'll start in a few minutes now. Let me just set up the presentation. We can do that now while we're waiting for the others. No, just wanted to get the pulse check no of people no while we're still facing the pandemic. So let's try this. You can go to menti.com and enter that code. There are a few questions. There is just one question. Okay, we'll start in a minute. No? For those who came in late, a bit late, no? So if you can do this now. Simple question, simple pulse check actually. Okay, let's good evening again. No, I think we are, how many are we? We are already 19. I expect us to be more than 19 later, no, hopefully. So we can start. Let me just, let's see the results. Stop share. I should share another screen. Uh, wait, I'll share this one. So thanks for answering. You can continue answering the survey. No? So um, yeah, most of you actually, all, I think majority or all of you, no, are struggling with online school. You can choose more than one option. No? someone has been sick, no, even my family as well, no? So it's not just the students but also the faculty, no, and unfortunately stressed, no. So really sorry to hear that, no, and I wasn't really surprised, no. Everyone, no, has really been struggling with online stuff, not just school, no, but even work. So and even COVID, no. Some of you or you yourselves directly or your family members or friends have been infected. So it's really been a crazy time. So let's go back to the PowerPoint. No, okay. I should share that again. Okay. Okay. So those are the results. I forgot I had a slide there. A link there. No? So it's important. No, the reason why I wanted to get a pulse check was, um, I don't know if, especially for those who studied in Ateneo since grade school, no, or even high school. There's this term called cura personalis. No, it's basically care for the person. No? Ignatian Ateneo kasi it's not just teaching you good. It's not just a solid academic, providing you with solid academic training. It's really also trying to, that's why you have bigis, etc., etc., is trying to inculcate in you the cura personalis philosophy, no, which is caring for the person. So that said, no, given what we all are experiencing right now, please do let me know, no, if you have stressful circumstances that would, that would merit some accommodation. No? So, for example, if you need more time to do your homework, etc., a group assignment, etc., please let me know. But of course, honesty system then. Just don't, just don't say na "Ay, it's because of COVID. No? Just be genuine, no? And I will trust you guys. No? And that said, no, it's not just me and you, no, it's also yourselves, no, with your peers, no, you're in dynamics with your peers, no. Take care of one another. No? Be understanding, no. For example, if there's already a deadline, there's group work, don't push a person. For example, that person is currently infected with COVID or taking care of a family member with COVID. Do not be pushy. Do not push them, especially if they're busy, no, taking care of their health or someone who is facing health concerns. So I just wanted to put that out there. No? Please, please, no, please let us all take care of one another. For me, health and family will always come first before academics, before work. All right. Sige. So introduction. No? Thank you for joining the first class. No? We started class on Monday, so I posted module 0 and module 1. No? 0, it's because it's an introductory module. No? Module 1 is really the start of the meat, the content. No? So I hope you are able to start going through that. No? And one important, maybe useful for most of you, now, in Module 0, there is a suggested pace page. It basically tells you, if you want to sort of spread your time, no, efficiently, effectively throughout this course, no, I suggest, no, you have suggested paces there, no. So I suggest that you finish Module 1 by this time, Module 2 by this time. So including the discussion boards, no. So try to keep up with that. No? I know eventually, when you have your midterms, your long exams, etc., it will be tough. No? A lot of people, I think, no, have a harder time now going back to the semestral format than the quarter. Kasi sa quarter, it was fast-paced, no? But you only had 2 or 3 concurrent classes. Now it's back, no, to 5 or 6 classes. So I understand. So please try to spend some time, no, going through the modules. And I provided a suggested pace guide for you guys. All right. So just a short, tonight's session will be short. No? It's just an introduction. So module 0, now I'll be going through some of the salient points that I wrote in the syllabus as well as in on Canvas on module 0. So your syllabus is quite long, no? Because the school wants us to, all the faculty members, to provide the full-blown class policies, etc., etc. So it's kind of long. No? So I distilled the important parts and placed them on Canvas. But the full-blown syllabus, it's available on ISIS as well as Canvas under Module 0, the first or second page. So ground rules, I'll provide some ground rules no, in synchronous session etiquette. I'll introduce myself and I'll also ask you guys, no, hopefully you can show yourselves on camera, at least for tonight. No? Later on, no, we'll do the rounds. No? I'll call on each one of you just to introduce yourselves. You can do it now or later, but yeah, thank you for opening, switching on your camera. I'll talk about the graded assignments. There's some readings, class policies, and consultations. So this is always being recorded. This is actually for the benefit of those who are not able to attend. You know, sometimes people have connectivity issues, especially if they're now currently staying in outside NCR, outside Manila. So it's always being recorded. I make it a point to actually upload it on YouTube and embed it on Canvas the next day or the next 2 days after the lecture. So always mute yourself unless you're speaking, no, to avoid unnecessary noise. Given 2 years doing online stuff, no, I'm sure all of us have mastered this already. No? But of course, many of us still forget. So please, no, just make sure that you're always muted unless you're speaking. And if you want to speak, if you want to say something, you ask permission first, either by raising your hand or typing in the chat box that you want to say something. By the way, no, it's not a pet peeve, but sometimes it can be distracting. If I ask you if there are any questions, don't type in the chat box anymore that there are no questions, no? Because the tendency is I will still have to open the chat box to see that there are no questions. So if you have no questions, just don't say it, because sometimes it's distracting. No? Camera switched on is preferred, but it's not required. No, okay lang yun, especially for for some of us who are having connectivity issues. No? And please let me know if I'm breaking up. No? Let me know. Let me introduce myself. I'm your teacher. I'm also a MECO alumnus, so proud to be MECO. I graduated almost 22 years ago from Ateneo. I'm sort of blue-blooded. I from prep, no. I've studied at the Ateneo since prep all the way to college, and I took my master's in Pittsburgh in a university called Carnegie Mellon. I took up public policy and management, Masters of Science there. I'm teaching at Ateneo only part-time. So my full-time job really is I'm currently working at USAID. I don't know if most of you might be familiar with USAID. It's a donor agency, so it's part of the US government. I'm Filipino, pure Filipino, by the way. But I am one of because USAID, the US Embassy, has a lot of local staff as well to help them. So I'm one of the local staff working within the US Embassy, specifically for USAID. The USAID is the one that provides financial and technical assistance in the form of projects in different sectors, health, education, environment, economic development, democracy. I work with the Economic Growth Office of USAID Philippines. So that's my daytime job. I also work for another donor. We call ourselves the donor community, in World Bank, ADB, USAID, etc., etc. Previously, in the World Bank. I also worked for the government right after I did 1 year of volunteer work. So I worked at the National Anti-Poverty Commission for almost 6 years, I think. Non-government entity as well. There's an NGO called Peace and Equity Foundation in Abada. It's just in Esteban, Abada. Also, I found FMA. And I was also, right after college, I was also a Jesuit volunteer under the Jesuit Volunteers Philippines. I hope that all of you, if you're not familiar with it, take a look at it. It might be something that you might want to pursue, spending a year outside your comfort zone in far-flung areas. I was assigned to Zamboanga City I was actually an economics instructor there. So that was my first time trying out teaching. So check it out. If ever you decide to pursue it, that's a good opportunity actually, to further go down the hill, so to speak. So you can reach me at any time through Canvas or through my email address, idekiros@ateneo.tv. So now it's your turn. No? I hope we can go quickly around. No? Just tell me your name and your nickname, and of course, let me know. No, sorry, MECO. I meant MECO. I'm also teaching an ECO class. No, so but this is the MECO. If you're not with MECO, please let me know. No? But if you're in the MECO block as well, no, you don't need to tell me. No? I would assume that you're part of MECO. So I'll do it. I'll call on you guys. No, if you can just. Where's the participant list? There you go. I'll call you guys as you appear on my participants list. So first is Anika Tiauki. Sorry if I'm butchering your name, okay? Anika?
Yes po. Hi, sir. Yeah, tama naman po yung pag-pronounce ng last name. But then you can call me Annika.
Okay, great, Anika. Thank you. Next is Brix Matyong.
Hello, sir. I'm Brix Matyong. You can call me Brix.
Okay, great. Thank you, Brix. Next is Karina Diaz.
Hi, sir. You can call me Kai.
Kai, okay. All right. Next is Carlos Miguel Angeles.
Hello, sir. You can call me Carlos. I'm from 3AB MEC, sir.
Sorry, you are what?
I'm from 3AB MEC, sir.
Okay, same. Okay, great. I thought you were in another course. All right, Claire Chua.
Hi, sir. You can call me Claire.
All right, thanks, Claire. Next is Francis Paul Padit.
Hi, sir. Good evening, Paul. You can call me Paul.
Okay, great. Thanks, Paul. And sorry if I might be forgetting your nicknames, because there's 20 plus of you. So thanks, Paul. Next is Ian Centeno. Ian or Ian?
Hi, sir. I'm Ian Santano, and you can call me Ian.
Ian, okay. Okay. Next is Joaquin Luis Mayo.
Hi, sir. Good evening. You can call me Joaquin.
Okay, great. Thanks, Joaquin. Next is Jobel Alcoriza.
Hi, sir. I'm Jobel Alcruz. You can call me Jobel.
Okay, thank you, Jobel. Next is Jordan Duran.
Oh, hi, sir. You can call me Jordan.
Okay, great. Easy enough. Thanks, Jordan. Next is Joshua Duran.
Hi, sir. You can call me Josh.
Okay, good. You're not related, no? With one
Oh,
another.
we're siblings, sir.
You are twins. All right, great. Nice. And same course, huh? Galing. Okay, next, Kay Trinidad.
Hi, sir. You can call me Kay.
Thanks, Kay. Okay, next is Kulas Barlisan.
Hi, sir. You can call me Kulas.
Great. Thanks, Kulas. Next is Marco Luis Maglanok.
Hi, sir. You can call me Marco.
Okay, thanks, Marco. Next is Mark Bangi.
Sir, it's Mark Bangi. So you can call me Mark.
Okay, thanks, Mark. Okay, next is Matthew Brandon Kua.
Hi, sir. You can call me Matt. I'm from 3AB MEC.
Okay, thanks. Next is Miguelito Moses Angeles.
Hi, sir. You can call me Mimo.
Okay, Miko. Thank you. Okay, next is Monina Ortiz.
Good evening, sir. You can call me Nina.
Nina. Okay, thanks, Nina. All right. Next is Sophia C.
Hi, sir. You can call me Sophia.
Okay. Thanks, Sophia. And last but not the least, I think, no, Tatiana Garcia.
Hello, sir. You can call me Tati.
Tati. Okay. Thanks, Tati. Right. Did I fail to call on anyone? All right. Sige. Thank you guys. No. Again, I prefer that you keep your cameras on, but if you're saving bandwidth or doing, I mean, it's up to you. No? It's not required. No? But would be nice, no? Because sometimes it feels lonely to be talking to myself or on my slides. You know that we've experienced that, but it's not required. No worries. And you can eat or drink, no, even if you're in front of the camera, that's fine. It's not disrespectful to me. So feel free if you're hungry, you're munching on chips or eating dinner, whatever, that's fine with me. Okay. Okay. Let's go back. All right. So just to introduce this course, no. So the course is divided into 5 parts. No? You are MECO students, no? So both ECHO and MECO students will have a different flavor of SOCSI 13 just because you guys have gone through ECHO 1-1. So it's a bit different, no, than the others or than the version that most courses, no, are taking, no? Most SOCSI 13 versions. No? So, but the structure is the same. So we'll start with development challenges. You've done this, so this will be done quickly. No, we'll go through some of the development challenges that people around the world and the Philippines are facing. A review of the SDGs, also the pandemic impacts. No, so we'll go through that quickly. No, then parameters. No, you've probably gone through some especially the monetary monetary, what do you call this, based measures, no, of poverty and well-being, no, in your ECHO 1-1. So we'll review that, review some recent trends, but we'll focus more on the non-income part as well as some of the alternative measures or of well-being. Next is we'll talk about some paradigms. No? So it's like you have issues, how do you measure the issues? And then the paradigms will start to try to explore some of the more mainstream and not so mainstream theories, how you can address those problems, no? Measured by parameters. So how do you develop and grow the economy faster, better, and more sustainable? So that's the third part. Part 4 is policies. No? So what will government, together with other non-government stakeholders, what kinds of policies should the country pursue, no, or improve on? No? So we'll discuss important topics there. No? So 4 parts. No, this is the longest module. No? So if you can breeze through module 1 and 2, that would be good because module 3 and 4 are the longest, especially module 4. No? We'll talk about agriculture, agrarian reform. And then second is public finance, which is fiscal, taxation, population demography. And I wanted, since you are in MECO, I wanted also to discuss how the private sector, no, since most of you will be aspiring to join the private sector, no, the corporate sector, etc. No, what is the role? No? We will also want to explore what's the role of the private sector in development, because I would always say, no, it's not just the government and NGOs that are supposed to be contributing, no, to addressing some of these problems that we will examine in module 1. Then, lastly, no, aside from your final integrated output, no, the last part will really be a synthesis, no, and I will teach you. I will provide an introduction to problem analysis and project development. The good thing with this is it's not just useful for this course. It's not just useful for economics. You can use it for your day-to-day stuff, even in your own organizations, so student organizations. What I will be teaching you in part 5, no, will be something useful now in your extracurricular and in your future careers. Causal, problem analysis, and project development. How to approach it logically. Okay, so those are the 5 things. No? So I hope you have started or will start module 1 already, no? Because it's already up on Canvas. I'll post module 2 soon. All right, so you will have, your grades will be composed of 4 things, just 4 things, easy. One is online discussions. No? And by online discussions, here I mean the discussion boards. I think you will have roughly 9 or 10 discussion boards throughout the course. So be sure to answer that. No? And by answering, I mean I read all of them. No? By answering, I mean hopefully you just don't answer for answering sake. No? Be thoughtful also. No? Kasi halata naman if you're just answering for the sake of ticking the box. In previous years, no, number 2, no, I've assigned that as an individual work, no, but now I decided maybe you guys might want to help each other out. No? So there will be no individual requirements here, no, except the discussion boards. No? The second one is a dyad paper, no, groups of 2. No? So it's an application of both modules 1 and 2. It will account for 25% of your grade. So you choose your own partner for this one. So kayo, if you want to choose your partner now, if because this week is still, we're still in flux, no? The class list, no, and the students, no, per class are still in flux. So we wouldn't know if we will end up with an even or odd numbered class. So I will allow one group to be a trio, only one. If we are odd numbered, pero if we are even numbered, di pwede yun. Kasi then that will have to be 2 groups, na trio. So you choose your own partner. The third requirement is a group report. No? It's an application of modules 3 and 4. It will account for 25% also of your grade. No? This one is interesting because this might be this is my 4th semester teaching SOCSI 13. No? Second year teaching SOCSI 13. I will probably be assigning the same topics. No? You will be critiquing laws, no? Batas, no? Laws that correspond with the topics, no? Agriculture, public finance and taxation, and population and demography. You will be critiquing that. Your groups here, you cannot choose your own group mates. The groups will be, we will follow your NSTP groupings, your big keys groupings, whatever that will turn out to be. Same with the final integrated output. So the groupings will be the same for number 3 and number 4. No? So this will take the lion's share of your assignment, your grade. No? So the final integrated output will be an output that's integrated across SOCSI 13, NSTP BKIS, and major course. So we're still finalizing this. It probably will be your management rather than your economics, one of your economics courses, but that can change. No? It could also be your econometrics course. So we're still finalizing this. No? This is quite tricky. No? We've tried doing this since last year. No? It's tough, no, because we need to assess whether it would make sense, no, for kasi it might turn out, no, na it's just joint between SOCSI and NSTP, iba yung econometrics, or so it depends. So bear with us as we still finalize this part of the class, no. Pero dulo pa naman yan. This will serve as your final exam. You will not have any final exam anymore. It's the final integrated output. So no quizzes for me. When we're talking about social development issues, sa akin, it's not good to have quizzes. No? It's really good to have essays, papers, etc. So for those with extraordinary circumstances, no, two people have already reached out to me. No? Either they've taken NSTP or ibang section nila for NSTP, etc. Please let me know. If you have other circumstances that are kind of unique to your situation, let me know. Kasi someone reached out to me He's already in his 5th year. He's taken NSTP. So what will be his FIO? So yun, let me know also, no? So I can confer with my counterparts in OSCE and management or ECO. All right. The main reference we'll use is the Todaro textbook. When I was in 4th year college, no, we also used Todaro. So I'm familiar with this. So of course, it's the same core book, no, but they just keep updating it, of course, given the new updates every year. No? So, but there's already a 13th edition, but I prefer using the 12th edition. So no need to buy the book. It's available, no, through Pearson. If you want to buy, no, it's $100+, I think, by all means, no, but no need to buy. I think in module 1, I've already shared the entire book, no. I was having issues with the e-reserve section, e-reserve system. No? So I've actually shared in module 1 pala. So keep a copy, no, no need to purchase, no. But if you feel strongly about it, go ahead. If you want to burn $125, I think. That's a lot of money. That's already almost more than half of the poverty line. Anyway, other required readings are indicated in the syllabus and on individual Canvas modules, Canvas pages. So I employ a lot of, because students nowadays, even me, no, as an adult, as someone older than you, no, sometimes videos are more appealing to me, no, seeing something visual with chart. So if you'll notice, no, as you go through the course on Canvas, I employ a lot of videos, no, short snippets lang, no, digestible videos, no, 5-minute videos, 3 minutes, the longest probably 7 or 10 minutes. All right. So platforms, we'll use Canvas. That will be our learning management system. No other faculty members, they prefer, I think, Moodle or some other platform. No, we use Canvas. No? And it's easy. It's very intuitive. Okay siya. I've used it since last year, since last school year. The Zoom meeting, the link that you use, that will be our permanent link. So please keep that. I also provided that on the very top of the modules page. So for example, if you're rushing to class, you forget, ano na nga ba yung link ni sir? Ganyan. Go to modules, it's on the top. Very top. So it's easy. No? Or it's in the first or second announcement that I made. So I will no longer, kasi I trust that you guys are responsible adults. I will not post the link each week na. So please keep the link. And please assume that we will have class every Wednesday at 6 p.m. Until I say otherwise or it's a holiday. Because sometimes there's an emergency. I will let you know, just in case we need to cancel that class for that week. So until I say otherwise or unless it's a holiday, we will have a synchronous class on Tuesdays. Oh, sorry. I forgot to edit this slide. We will have a synchronous class on Wednesday at 6 p.m. Sorry, disregard Tuesday. That's for my ECO class. We did not have class yesterday because it was the Lunar New Year. Kayo, we're having class. It's a Wednesday. So each week, we will recap the previous material on Canvas or introduce the succeeding week's material on Canvas. And my synchronous sessions we will not use up 3 hours unless you have so many questions or comments. It will just be between 1.5 to 2 hours or even less than 1.5, like tonight. Why is that? No, because when we structure this course, given the online setup, it's really hard to stay focused if it's longer than 2 hours. 3 hours, it's too much for an online session. Even me, during work, I have meetings or webinars. After an hour or 2 hours, you're just wala na. It's really hard. So the bulk of the learning will not be here. It will not be on Zoom. It will not be during these synchronous sessions. The bulk of your learning will happen on Canvas. So for the most part, this course is an asynchronous course, not synchronous. No, treat the synchronous sessions as supplementary. If you have questions, or treat it as a good summary or introduction. It depends where you are. Kasi kung tapos mo na, then it serves as a good summary. If you haven't started or haven't finished, it serves as a good intro to what you're learning on Canvas. So it's really, you're learning more on Canvas than this one. Kaya nga, it's a short, each weekly session is short. Yun. All right, some important class policies, no? Some major points. No? There's a lot more, no, on the syllabus, no, in terms of class policies. It's a longer list. So if you have issues with internet, no, you need a low bandwidth version. I think you can request one if you go to the LS1 site. Obviously, as you know by now, no, but I need to emphasize, cyberbullying will never be tolerated. Whether it's here in the synchronous session or on the discussion boards, please, no, proper posting etiquette. And of course, be gender sensitive, no gender discrimination. That is already policy, no, in the Ola schools. No? There will be no attendance check during synchronous sessions. No? If you're not able to attend, the sessions will be recorded and posted on Canvas, as I mentioned earlier, at the end of each corresponding module. So for example, if I record next week's session for module 1, it will be filed under module 1 at the end of module 1 on the modules page on Canvas. Again, I prefer that you open your camera during the sessions, but again, it's not required. I mean, I will not force you guys to, okay? And you can eat or drink while your camera is turned on. Kahit kanin pa yan, that's fine. If you have ulam and kanin, that's also fine. Because sometimes we'll extend beyond 7, so okay lang. I accept late submissions, but it will merit a 5-point deduction per day that it's delayed. Exceptions are, no, for example, no, last year was Typhoon Odette. No? So kunyari ganun, no? Exceptions will be made, no, for poor internet connectivity or some extraordinary circumstances, but you need some proof, no, that you have completed the requirement by the deadline. No? So in the past, no, I had a student, she shared with me the Google Doc, and it showed, no, it was last modified by this date. So okay, that's passable. You can also send me the Word document saying that it was last modified. Diba? Meron naman yun, date modified. It was last modified. So show me proof, no? In fact, that you finished it, you were just not able to send it because of poor internet connectivity. That said, do not wait until 11:59. No? All of my requirements will be due at 11:59 p.m. So do not wait until 11:58 or 59 to send it to me. Mag-buffer kayo, no? Make some allowance. No? I had a group last time. No? They submitted it 12:01 or 2. No? Parang, why did you wait until until 11:59? No? That's like a ceiling na. Diba? You don't have to wait until that time. So plan well, plan well. And lastly, no, reminder on universities' policies on academic integrity. I can detect plagiarized work. I don't even need the software, yung Turnitin. Because it's kind of obvious, no? Kasi of course, I will not say who, no, but I had a class last semester. I caught them with plagiarized work. So please be mindful of the university's policies on academic integrity. Kasi it was funny, no? Just an anecdote. No? I was reading them. Ang ganda, okay naman, nice flow. And then the last part was, wow, the writing became so professional. Parang, it was biglang, nagbago. Parang, and then what's funny was, because I work at USAID, no? It was a bit familiar, no? I was like, I've seen this before. No? Apparently, it was the output of one of the projects that I managed before. So I'm like, deja vu. No? I know that I've seen this before. And it was written well. No? So yeah, in fact, so I caught them and they got, I'm a nice person in general. No? So I gave them a failing mark only for that paper. No? I could have actually failed them for the course, but sige na lang. I mean, I believe in second chances. But since I warned you already, guys, I don't know if I can do the same. Maybe since I warned you already, academic dishonesty might merit a failing grade for this course. So ingat lang, okay? And because of that learning, no, now I'm using Turnitin software to detect plagiarism. Because when I experienced that, no, suddenly I subjected all na lang. Oh, I turn it in ko just in case if I wasn't able. But I can, no, teachers can because they know naman eh. Since you guys are still starting, no, you guys are still students, so still learning. No? Iba yung writing of development professionals. Eh. So we can distinguish. All right. Volunteers, please. Class Beadle and alternate class Beadle. No? If I can ask for volunteers. Please indicate on the chat box. I hope I can get volunteers. No? So these are the functions. No, you can create and manage alternative platforms for communication, serve as liaison between the class and the instructor, raise class concerns, etc. Okay, I think I see. Okay, great, Anika. Okay, great, thank you. Can I request for an alternate beadle just in case Anika is indisposed? Thank you, Karina. Okay, this is important. Thanks to both of you. Thanks for women power. Women are always the ones stepping up. Thank you for that. So Anika, let me just write that down. Okay, let me just note that down. Anika and Karina. Okay. It's important. No, it's important. Let me just write that down. And Karina, yes. It's important because sometimes you'll have concerns that you're too embarrassed to tell me directly, no? Kasi in the past, no, people were like the Beatles would tell me, sir, the students, they're overwhelmed with other classes. Maybe you can extend the deadline, or sir, ganito, too many readings or whatever. No, sometimes you're embarrassed, no, to tell me directly. No, so you can course it through the BDEL. And sometimes I will ask the BDEL and the alternate BDEL. It's easy work. It's light work lang, Anika and Karina. Sometimes if I need to reach all of you quickly, no, I'll course it through Anika and Karina. Aside from posting on Canvas. No? Ganun lang. So, liaison. But please, no, be candid with me. No, you don't have to, for any concerns, you don't have to course it through all the time to Anika and Karina. You can just let me know. You can be candid with me. I may not say yes all the time, by the way, but still, I mean, there's no harm. I will not take it against you, no, for any, and I'm not onion skinned. No, I can take criticism. No worries about that. So I've done so. No, so for example, I'll request you to do this. No, at the end of the semester, I'll ask you to do an evaluation, course and teacher evaluation. No? Based on the evaluations on the past, no, I've adjusted some of my modules already. So I do take feedback seriously. So again, thank you, Anika and Karina. By the way, sorry, let me step back a bit, no, for the group work, no. For the group work, ito lang, no, I experienced this in my first semester of teaching Soksai. No. Sir, kasi si ganito is not cooperating, ganito, kami lang to, etc. I will force you guys to work together. No. Before, don't force me to have a peer rating system. No. Treat this as practice for your career eventually. You don't in many cases, you won't get to decide who your teammates will be or group mates. So even if you hate their guts or it's hard for you to work with them, still try your best. No? So yun lang, just wanted to, I will no longer do peer rating system. No, I will trust that you can resolve your differences among yourselves. No, but still, no, if it's really difficult, let me know. Okay. Consultations, you can consult with me. Consultation hours are after class kasi remember, I will only use up an hour and a half to 2 hours, no? Max na yung 2 hours. No? But still, no, make an appointment. No? Kasi sometimes I may have something else going after class. So please let me know the day before, no, at the latest, no, if you want to consult with me about anything. No? If it doesn't work, my consultation hours are between 3 to 5 p.m. every Friday. So still schedule an appointment. I will not be just waiting for anyone to show up. You have to tell me. No? Kasi if no one tells me the day before, no, that, sir, I want to do a consultation, I will assume that no one wants to do that. If it's really difficult or it's time sensitive, then outside these hours, we may come up with another schedule. Pero please try as much as you can to keep it within these schedules. No? Kasi again, I am working full time. No? So two options. No? Either a third party because of the university's rules, no, especially on harassment. A third party must be present. No? So it cannot be a family member. No? Di pwede si mommy or si daddy. Which is kind of weird if you think about it. No? Pero I think in the past, there have been cases. No? Fortunately, I haven't experienced that. No? Or the other option is if you can't find someone else, no, a classmate, the BDEL or whoever, we can still do a one-on-one session if we both agree in writing, and if I send you the recording, I have to record it. And if I send you the recording in full. So we will both have to agree on those steps. But if you have short, quick questions, clarifications, we don't need to talk face-to-face or, virtually. No? It can be done by email or on Canvas. But if your questions are quite lengthy, no, then I will probably propose, let's switch to Zoom or something else. So take your pick, third party or recording. Okay. Grading system. All right. So this is a bit generous, no? But this is the standard SOCSI. So yeah, it's easy to get C plus. No, it's easy to get. No? I think the average grade in my class before was B even, no? Or yeah, at least a B or C plus, the high C plus. So. I'm fair naman because I don't expect you guys to be development professionals yet. Because of the pandemic, no, and because of the online setup, no, during this time, I think the new university, the updated university guidelines, you can get a W as well, no, if you've only fulfilled less than 1/3 of requirements, or if you really can't fulfill the requirements by the end of the semester, then I can give you an incomplete. For example, if you had COVID, knock on wood, no, at the end of the term and you were recovering or you were trying to take care of someone who had COVID, you can do an incomplete for now, and then you can submit it within 2 weeks, I think. No, it's in the syllabus. The full mechanics are in the syllabus. So hopefully none of you will want this thing or will have this. Questions? Yeah, yes, Mark.
Hi, sir. I think I have a common concern with some of our classmates.
Sure.
Because in ACES, after I enlisted, there was a note pala on the section for SOCSI. It said the pairing of subjects should be strictly followed. And for example, if I am section B for MEC B for Socksci 13, we were supposed to follow econometrics section B as well. So I'm not sure because you said a while ago, diba, sir, it might be integrated with econometrics, kaya we may have to switch sections, or I don't know, because I'm trying to load rev right now, eh. Kaya I'm not sure what's the final decision for that. Especially a lot of us are having the same concern. But
Oo nga eh. It's a bit confusing also for not just for you guys, but even for me. No? I'll confirm. No? I'll confirm. Please send me an email. No? So I can raise that. No? Someone emailed me also this afternoon, I think, no? Having the same concern. No? And I will confer with both my NST, OSCE, and econometrics counterparts. No? And yeah, we'll do that. We'll do that. Thanks, Mark. Yeah, yeah.
oh, so sir, I'd like to clarify. Should I still push through with the load rev process, or should I cancel it for now?
You can still you're shifting to another Socksci 13 class. Is that correct? Or
Yes, sir, because the pairing. But personally, I prefer to stay here.
well, as much as
Yeah.
I want to keep you, and then that's good to hear. Now I don't make the rules. I'm sorry. So let me check no, and I'll try to get back to all of you, no, because we need to once and for all determine the anchor class, no. Diba?
Yes.
The anchor
Yes,
class, whether it's series Socksci or ano. So yeah. Your teacher for econometrics is Dino and Mr. Saplala, or someone else?
Mr. Castillo, sir. Roy Castillo.
Not Dino. Okay, sige. Yeah. I hope I'll be able to get back to you this week. No, I'll really try my best.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah. Sorry for that. No, it's not your fault. It's and sorry na lang if you have to transfer to another Socksci 13 class and you've wasted your time with me. Yeah, but I do hope that most of you can stay, no, since you already started with me. But you know the syllabus are pretty much the same. No, we have just different approaches, no? And some differences in topics as well. Okay. Any other questions? Feel free lang, no? Sorry, no, I was supposed to, usually I start the actual class or actual substance already during the first synchronous session. But since I didn't have my econ class yesterday, no? Last night, no? And I want you guys to be on sort of on the same pace, no? I will start the actual lessons next week. And to give you time, guys, to go through the initial part, at least the initial part of Module 1 on Canvas. So we'll cover that. Now, my slides are ready. No? I just prefer to do that next week. No? So we're at the same pace with my Econ class. Kasi sabay yun. Your topics are practically the same as Eco A. Just MECO B, I'm also teaching Eco A. Yeah. So yun. All right. Sige, that's it for now. No? And thank you, no, for introducing yourselves. Thank you for joining. I'll really try to resolve that load rev issue, that partnering issue, you know, this week. No? All right. Thank you, guys. Have a good dinner. Have a good rest of the evening.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir. Have a good evening.
Have a good evening, Paul. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir. Have a good evening.
You too.